A man drinks a shot of whiskey every night before bed. After years of this, the wife wants him to quit. She gets 2 shot glasses, fills one with water and the other with whiskey. After bringing him to the table that has the glasses, she brings his bait box. She says, "I want you to see this." She puts a worm in the water, and it swims around. She puts a worm in the whiskey, and the worm dies immediately. She then says, feeling that she has made her point clear, "What do you have to say about this experiment?" He responds by saying, "If I drink whiskey, I won't get worms." A husband and wife decide on a code language whenever they feel like having sex to escape the attention of their son. According to the code language, the wife will be the typewriter and the husband will act as the typist. However, they had a petty quarrel a few days ago and were not talking to each other. One day the husband gets into the mood and he can't hold any longer. So he sends a word to his wife through the son. The son comes and tells her, "Mom, Dad wants to use the typewriter." The wife was having her period at that time and she thought for a while and said, "Tell Dad, he can't because the red ribbon is on now," she said. However, the husband misunderstands that it was a deliberate excuse on her part. Next day the son comes to his dad on an errand from his mom this time and tells him, "Dad, Mom said it is okay now, the red ribbon is removed and you can type." The husband then tells his son, "Tell your mom I don't need to type now. It was urgent, so I've already written with my hand. I bought my wife a mood ring, and when she's in a good mood the ring turns blue. But when she's in a bad mood, it leaves a big red spot in the middle of my forehead." A man is about to enter a meeting at work when he realizes that he forgot some important paperwork. He calls home so that his wife can retrieve them. The maid answers the phone and says that his wife is busy. He demands that the maid put his wife on the phone. The maid informs the man that his wife is in bed with the gardener. The man goes nuts, and offers the maid $1 million to shoot them both. The maid agrees and he soon hears 2 gunshots. The maid returns to the phone and he asks her what happened. The maid says she shot his wife in bed and the gardener ran, so she shot him by the pool. The man says, "Pool? Is this 555-4320? There are 3 women. One is dating, one is engaged, and one is married. They decide to get kinky with their men and really pull out all the stops to make it extra special. The woman who is dating says, "Okay, so I bought black leather, red lipstick, fishnet stockings, and really got crazy. He loved it so much he thinks he's in love." The woman who is engaged says, "I showed up to his work after hours wearing only a red coat. Let's just say he wants to move the wedding date up." The woman who is married says, "Okay, I really went all out. I got a babysitter for the kids, and bought a black mask and a whip. My husband gets home, goes straight to the fridge, and grabs a beer. Then he plops down on the couch and says, 'Hey Batman. Where the fuck is dinner?' A man wakes up in the hospital, bandaged from head to foot. The doctor comes in and says, 'I see you've regained consciousness. Now, you probably won't remember, but you were in a pile-up on the freeway. You're going to be okay, you'll walk again and everything, but something happened. I'm trying to break this gently, but the fact is, your willy was chopped off in the wreck, and we were unable to find it.' The man groans, but the doctor goes on, 'You've got $9,000 in insurance compensation coming to you, and we have the technology now to build you a new willy that will work as well as your old one did, better in fact. But the thing is, it doesn't come cheap. It's $1,000 an inch.' The man perks up at this. So the doctor says, It's for you to decide how many inches you want, but it's something you'd better discuss with your wife. I mean, if you had a 5-inch one before, and you decide to go for a 9-incher, she might be a bit put out. But if you had a 9-inch one before, and you decide only to invest in a 5-incher this time, she might be disappointed. So it's important that she plays a role in helping you make the decision. The man agrees to talk with his wife. The doctor comes back the next day. So says the doctor, "Have you spoken with your wife?" "I have," says the man. "And has she helped you in making the decision?" asked the doctor. "She has," says the man. "And what is it?" asks the doctor. "We're getting a new kitchen. When my girlfriend said she was leaving because of my obsession with the monkeys, I thought she was joking. And then I saw her face. My boyfriend is as beautiful as Frank Sinatra and as intelligent as Albert Einstein. What is his name?" "Frankenstein." A farmer walks into his bedroom carrying a lamb under his arm. He walks over to his wife who's laying in bed. "See," he yells, "this is the pig I have to have sex with whenever you get one of your headaches." The wife says, "You know that's a lamb under your arm, don't you?" The farmer says, "I wasn't talking to you." An old man goes into Victoria's Secret and tells the salesperson behind the counter he needs a present for his wife. "See," explains the man, "it is my 50th wedding anniversary and I would like to get something pretty to surprise the little lady, if you know what I mean." When he gets home, his wife asks with a scowl on her face, "Where have you been?" "Surprise," says the old man and hands her a sexy tiny teddy. The wife rips it from his hand and takes it to the bathroom to try it on. She struggles to make it fit, but it is 2 sizes too small. She takes a long time in the bathroom and hopes her husband will lose interest and fall asleep because it is getting late into the evening. Finally she emerges from the bathroom with all the lights out. She is completely nude and pretends to model it in front of him. Her husband, still sitting up, squinting to try and see, finally says, "For as much money I spent on it, they could have at least ironed out the wrinkles." A man came home to find his wife in bed with a stranger. "What the hell are you two doing?" he demanded. His wife turned to the stranger and said, "See, I told you he was stupid." 2 women are discussing life in the retirement village they live in with their spouses and how they like it. One woman tells the other that she misses sex, though, to which the other replies that her and her hubby still have sex whenever she wants. The first woman asks how, and the second woman says every so often when he's in the bathroom getting ready for bed she gets naked and lays on the bed holding her legs up in the air, so when he comes out he can't help but have sex with her. The first woman decides to try this a couple of weeks later. Her husband is in the bathroom getting ready for bed, so she gets naked, lays down and struggles to get one leg up and then the other as she's holding them shakily. Her husband comes out and exclaims, "Good Lord, woman, put in your teeth and brush your hair, you're starting to look like an asshole." On the night of their honeymoon, a newlywed couple has an unfortunate accident, resulting in the amputation of the groom's left foot. Unable to control her grief, the bride calls her mother from the hospital. "Mother," she sobs, "my husband has only 1 foot." The mother, trying to console her daughter, says, "That's all right, dear, your father has only 6 inches. 2 women are walking home from the bar. They both have to piss, so they slip into a nearby cemetery. One uses her panties to wipe herself, and the other uses a wreath off a headstone. Next night the husbands met at the bar. One looks at the other and says, "I'm gonna have to watch my wife. She came home with no panties last night." The other one says, "Oh well, mine came home with a card wedged in her ass saying you were loved and will be missed by the whole entire fire department." On New Year's Eve, a woman stood up at a local pub and said it was time to get ready for the midnight countdown. At the stroke of midnight, she wanted every husband to stand next to the one person who made his life worth living. As the clock struck midnight, the bartender was almost crushed to death. A man and a woman have just had their 50th wedding anniversary. The husband turns to his wife and asks, "What do you want to do to celebrate our anniversary, dear?" She replies, "Let's run upstairs and make love." He turns to her and says, "Well, make up your mind, we can't do both. Why do married men gain weight and bachelors don't? The bachelors go to the refrigerator, see nothing they want, then go to bed. Married guys go to bed, see nothing they want, then go to the refrigerator." A man, shocked by how his buddy is dressed, asks him, "How long have you been wearing that bra?" The friend replies, "Ever since my wife found it in my car's glove compartment." Man, "I know how to please a woman." Woman, "Then please leave me alone." Man, "What would you do if I won the lottery?" Woman, "Take half and leave." Man, "Well, I won $20, here's 10, now get out." What do marriage and a tornado have in common? In the beginning there's a lot of blowing and sucking, and in the end someone loses a house. Boyfriend, ILY. Girlfriend, "Can you please say the words? It makes it better." Boyfriend, "I'm leaving you. I've spent the last 2 years looking for my wife's killer, but nobody will do it.